No problem.
I'm here with Griet, an artist that I'm featuring on the interview series. We're getting a nice little tour of her home/studio. Tell us a little bit more about your art. I was really captivated by your rendering of Mick Jagger. I'd love to know, tell us more.
Well, I started out doing portraits, just people on the streets, people I met that I didn't even know. I took the courage to ask them, can I please make your portrait? Because to me, you look special. I feel something, you strike me. So usually, well, mostly, always, I get a yes. So it started out like that. And then I put my mind to more icons and special people, artists, which interest me, my heroes, my legends. So that's why I did also Mick Jagger. I have a whole assortment of stars, celebs that I did because they mean something to me in my life. So
Now,
it could be anybody, but now I'm focusing more on artists, celebrities, rising stars, you name it.
so do you go off pictures, or have you done any in person with these celebrities?
I haven't done celebrities in person. That's very hard to do. You have to meet the people. If you do it from a live model, I like it more, but it's not a possibility at the time now. So I use pictures, but I make my own rendition of it. It's almost never the same as the picture. I evolve, of course. So after a year, it's changed. Like I changed the backgrounds. I put something that has to do with that person, or I always try to put the character in the whole thing, not only the face.
I can tell by your work. It's very, very lifelike. Can you, if you don't mind, can you show us what you're working on now?
Maybe you can see. I don't see what you see, of course.
I see 4 pictures. I see that, and I also see
this one.
Yeah,
I'm working on now. That's a commission. I got a lot of these, of course. Mostly that's a mother and a baby. The baby isn't on it yet.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Then I'm gonna go do the tour. This one I did just before. That's Billie Eilish. That's Lisa Bonet.
I recognize that. Love it.
I did for an album cover of an artist, so for an EP.
Beautiful.
He used for the cover. Yeah, they were 4 pictures, so mine is one of it.
So has everything gone on in the world shaped your practice or affected you as well in terms of creativity, finances?
Yes, a lot. So during this lockdown, we are in a second lockdown by this time now, so it started today. So I know the drill. I work from noon till the evening, then I take a little break, and then I start again. And sometimes I go off at night. It can be 3 o'clock at night when I finally say, oh, I've had it for today. It's a passion, of course. And before I had a part-time job before the lockdown. And during this quarantine period, I started to realize that I really wanted to do that full-time art. And so I quit my job After the lockdown, I started again for a few weeks and I quit my job. And now I'm a full-time artist. I get a lot of commissions. I do a lot of stuff on the internet, on Instagram, to get some public, and it's working well. I'm
That's
really
great.
happy with it. Yes.
So it's mainly commissions. And how are you, besides on Instagram, what are you doing to promote your artwork? Is it mainly just posting a piece as you do them, or, a lot of people want to know right now, trying to show up, amongst all the artists, on the
I
web,
always,
trying to sell their work.
when I start something, when I have an outlay and a little bit that you already can see who it might be, I post it to keep people on their toes. Mostly they are waiting for the results, so I do 2-3 stadia, and then the final work, and they really follow it. They want, or I do post videos while I'm at it. I get lots of viewers like that. And also I have a few exhibitions I did in the summer, and now I was having an exhibition in Bruges. I don't know if you know that city
I do.
in
I've heard of
Belgium.
it. Yes. Yeah.
But since a week it's locked down again. So I had 3 weeks of exposure,
Wow.
which was good. I got a lot of reactions and comments from that. And now they are in lockdown for 6 weeks. My
Oh,
works
wow.
are over there.
So this was an in-person exhibit. This was like
Yes,
your work was at a gallery. Wow. And so now, and you've seemed to, acclimate really well to the online. I mean, you have your commissions, you're keeping people on the
yes,
edge of their seats by featuring the steps in video and picture of what your artwork.
yes, yes. That's like some kind of demand lately on Instagram. They want you see doing it.
Mm-hmm.
They want to see how you do it. I also get a lot of questions of what do you use, how you do this, how you do that. So a little bit. I have a lot of fellow artists
Mm-hmm.
with whom I connect on Instagram, with whom I already collaborated. Like I'm gonna name her.
Okay. Yeah.
I love Grace Noel. That's her Instagram account, and I recommend following her because she's a great artist.
Mm-hmm.
And one piece together, I did Nina Simone.
Mm-hmm.
I did the normal thing with my pencils, which I use, and then she did a digital version on top of that. So we had a collab. We had 2 works of the same thing. It was nice. I
That is
love it.
great. Now, Grace Noel, is it Noel Noel or
And
Noelle?
Noel.
Great.
Yes, I love Grace Noel. She's also a actress. She plays in Empire. I don't know if you know it.
I do. Yeah,
Movie.
I've seen Empire.
Yeah.
So you find that it's helpful to collaborate with other artists. Do you collaborate with businesses too outside the art world? How do you select collaborations? Like, how do they come about for you?
Oh, I'm in my chair, phone rings, someone who picked up something calls me, you want to do this, you want to do it. Happens like this. I don't have to do much, to be honest. I don't have to do much promotions unless on Instagram. That's my main thing.
Wow.
I'm not on TikTok or Twitter or anything, just Facebook, Instagram, and that's good. That works for me.
And how do you keep the passion going? Like you say, you have the promotion kind of, you have a handle on that. You're collaborating. You're not,
Yes.
how do you keep the energy for creating? Are there any practices you have?
Well, wherever I go, whenever I am somewhere, I'm always using my eyes. I'm always looking. I see lots of stuff for ideas. And in fact, I'm always working. I don't call it work, I call it passion, but I'm always occupied with it, always. It's a true passion, yes.
And it's obvious in your artwork too. Everything's so lifelike, but you capture the essence. It isn't just realism off a photo. You can really see. I mean, what is your medium? You use a mixed medium, if I'm not mistaken.
No, I use only pencils.
Only pencils. Wow.
Caran Dutch watercolor pencils. That's what I use. They are a kind of a hard pencil to work with. You can do fine things with it. It's not a soft pencil.
No, I remember watercolor pencils. They're tough. I mean, even just like sharpening them and blending. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, I love them. I really love them. I like to paint too, but these are my babies. Yes.
And you had mentioned in the interview earlier about your heroes, about you like to feature your heroes. I want to go back to that. Like, who would you call your heroes? Who's inspiring you right now?
I'm very much inspired by Lenny Kravitz.
Totally.
His whole thing, let love rule, everything, love. I'm very inspired by that. That's why I did already the whole family. I did the daughter, I did Lisa, I did Lenny a few times. I'm really inspired by the whole family.
I remember Lisa Bonnet on, the Cosby Show and Different World too. She was a great. I found her to be a really great actress, very captivating. I don't know much about Zoe, but
by her vision, like she is now, the woman of what is she, 52 or something? How she evolved.
yeah,
That's what interests me. The Cosby Show, that's a long time ago. I'm talking about now.
yeah, she really evolved, and she has, even though she's really evolved as a woman. I've seen, images of her style, yet she's ageless. That's what inspires
Yes,
me about her.
it's also her mind. She has a special mind, a vision, a special vision in life, which I like a lot.
Do you ever render people that you don't admire? Do you ever do, artwork of people that you might not even like?
Yes, I did it, but not a lot. These are commissions, people who ask, oh, my family member or my father or my mother. I have to admit, I do it for the money. You have to earn something too, and so that's for the money. The rest is the passion. But people are happy with it. A woman even cried when she saw the portrait. That does something to me.
That is, and
it goes beyond money.
oh, totally. Even the woman with the baby that you're working on, I noticed that you couldn't see the baby, but it'll be interesting how that portrait.
He's on it. Oh, she's on it. Sorry, it's a girl. She's on it, and very just in pencil, the sketch.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
I work with. I do a very very basic drawing, and then I start drawing with shadows. That's my thing. Everything is shadows, light, dark. That's how I work. It's not the lines, it's the shadows that matter to me, the light and the shadow.
That's very interesting. You mentioned the light and the shadows. The shadows matter more.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Why do the shadows matter more? I'm curious.
That's what makes the shape, not the lines. An outline, you have nothing. But a shadow, gives the shape to everything. That's what makes that it comes alive with shadows. Otherwise, it's dead.
Or flat.
That's my
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
yeah, flat and dead. That's my opinion.
So, what is next for you in terms of exhibitions? Are you going to be doing, do you do mainly, online, or are some exhibitions on the calendar?
There are exhibitions on the calendar, but again, Corona is
Lockdown, yeah.
as for sports. But I was gonna do it. It had to be in September, but it's postponed. I think it will be beginning of next year in a new thing. It's very trendy with workshops and young people, artists, all kind of arts together in one building.
Mhm.
And there they do expositions, and I'm gonna do it there with group because they do artists, music artists every week. So it's gonna be with a musical thing all together, something bigger, but it's postponed. But
Of
it's
course.
gonna come.
Have
It's a
any,
short thing,
yeah.
but I don't know when.
Have any of your exhibits moved online? They said they were going to be in person, and then they said, okay, we're not going to postpone it. We're not going to cancel it. We're just going to put it online.
Online? No, hasn't happened yet. No. You mean instead of do it in person, you
Yes,
make a gallery? No, I haven't done that yet. Something I need to do also, but it also takes a little bit of time.
this is true. Now, do you find that online, I know you haven't had a whole lot of experience with online exhibits, but in terms of, your Instagram versus live exhibits, do you feel that there's something missing in the artwork that doesn't get translated on social media, or it's a different experience? I know different artists have different opinions on this.
I don't really get your question. I don't know what you mean.
Does something get lost when people are viewing art online versus in person?
Oh, no, I don't think so. No, it's the same effect. People say, oh, if you see it in live, oh, it's even better. It's the same effect, I think.
That's interesting you say that.
To me, that's how I see it.
And in terms,
I always think when I take a picture of it, me myself, I find it prettier than when I see it like this because it's digital. But
that's
it's
really
not
interesting you say that. Yeah,
the same. But me, I find the pictures more beautiful, but the people don't. They find it the same.
find it the same.
Yeah,
No,
it's
that's very encouraging.
bigger and you see it differently. It's different. I use it. I take a million pictures when I'm busy to see what is wrong, what is right. It's a very good measure to see to look for mistakes or well, it has to be maybe 1 millimeter not right. The resemblance is gone. You know what I mean?
It's very detailed
I,
work.
I make pictures of it and then I see, oh yeah, that's not good. This shadow is too dark. This isn't good. This, that. It's a very good perimeter to see what you're doing.
And when you exhibit your work, do you photograph your own work as well too? I know you do photographs when you're, putting items on Instagram, but even for portfolio, you do your own photography?
No, not yet. Maybe I'm not really a photographer. I don't have the material. I make pictures with my phone. So no, I haven't done that. In the future, maybe.
And what is next in terms of your celebrity depictions? Who's on your list next?
Oh, I have a book where I write, oh yes, this, that. I have a whole book and a whole list. Too much to choose from. It has to come in a moment. Oh yes, now it's this. I can't say it in advance.
So it just, when you get the urge or the passion.
It grabs me. Oh yes, oh yeah, I want that. I see this, and then yeah, I do it. It's not calculated or anything.
Wow.
It strikes me. Yes, that's it. I'm gonna do it.
And how long does it take you to do a typical piece of yours?
Sometimes a long time, because with these pencils, it's really a work of patience. It's not like painting. It takes much more time than painting. So sometimes I do it in a week. If I work through the day and the night, I can do it in 3 days or 2 days. But if I'm really at ease, I do it when the moment strikes me, then it takes me a week at least.
And are there any other times where you just don't want to create, where I know you mentioned, when it's time to stop, but are there some days, even with the passion, you just say to yourself, I'm not going to create today?
Mostly when I get up, my plan is to do it. I feel like it. I'm always in the mood to start something, to continue something. But there are days that I say, I have to make a choice. It's sunny outside, my friends are calling, or no matter what, I have to take time for this, because if I don't do that, I wouldn't see a soul. I would be locked up here and not go out or nothing. I have to force myself to take a day off. I have to force myself.
And how do you spend your days off?
I'm a nature lover. I go to the woods, and again, I'm sketching there, but that's just for fun. And exercise. And I'm in love with nature, so it's not it's a nice thing to do. You
Now,
can spend hours like that.
do you get to do that like once a week, or when you go out in nature, do you schedule a certain day, or is it just, I don't feel like creating today, I'm going to go out in nature?
It's never scheduled. No. It's when I feel like it. Oh, today I want to I want to be on the beach. I want to see the sea. Buff. I go and I do something there. But mostly it's in the woods. It's really, that's my thing. And yeah, maybe once a week I do it.
Now, when you sketch, does that lead to another piece of artwork? Like you sketch something in the woods, that you make something larger and more intricate based on what you saw?
That's my plan. I have a sketchbook with several things in it, which I will use on a later date. I don't know when, but I'm going to use it later on. Yes. It's
Wow.
like you already have a sort of a setup, what you want, and then I can make something bigger out of it. Yes, that's my plan.
Yeah.
Mhm. Like when it was Black Lives Matter, when that started, I made some things about that, because that really shook me. So it had to come out. So I made a few pieces of that. It's what happens, what comes. It's not a good word, but
It's your inspiration. Yeah.
I do something with it.
It's the beginning of a new work.
Yes. You have to remember the ideas, because many artists, during the night, it all comes. And when you go to sleep, it's gone. So I have another notebook where I put things in. Yes, I want to do this, but if I go to sleep, maybe I will forget by tomorrow, because I have so many ideas. So I put it in a notebook, and the day after oh yes, yes, I'm gonna do it. It's too much to.
Yeah. Now you get most of your ideas at night, like when you sleep or when you're creating?
When I'm creating, when I'm still awake, I'm a night person.
Yeah.
And yeah, all kind of things come into my head, and I use it mostly. I started to write too during the night, all things from my childhood, which is good. It's therapeutic.
It is. So is it like a
Now,
journal for you? Is it journaling, or are you actually, writing short stories or?
it's like short stories, little fragments from my childhood that I want to capture them, these moments, to remember them and put them down so they won't get lost. There's so much. Oh, it's I think I will be busy for a while with that.
Wow.
Imagine your own childhood.
Yeah,
Everyone has a lot to say about that. It's different
totally.
for everybody, but we all have our moments and our experiences.
Yeah. And there's a lot. And some people don't take the time to remember them, or they either suppress them or they just are rushing, rushing, rushing. But it's great that you document them.
Yes, yes. Mhm.
And if anyone wants to reach you, or they're interested in a commission or want to collaborate, what is your Instagram?
My Instagram is Griet Patjin, my name.
And
It's I also have an art account. I would better say this one. My art account is GP Headhunters 64. That's my art account on
that's your art account.
Instagram. Yes. I started out with my normal account, but it was full of art, and I said I'm gonna make an only art account where I put nothing else on others. It's a bit, it's not clear enough for people if you put other stuff in between. So my main account, GP Headhunters 64. If you want to see my art, if you want to contact me, there's a website on it.
Well, great.
You can people can DM me, which they do, or they call me, or they find me if they want to find me.
Well, I appreciate the time you took to go over your practice, do this interview, because it all started with seeing your Mick Jagger rendering on Facebook, and I'm glad,
Yes.
even with the time zone, the 6-hour difference, that we had a chance. So I'm going to be sharing this on my Instagram. I usually do like a wind down Wednesday with other artists. I feature a different artist, every Wednesday. I kind of took a break. So that'll be nice. This will be really good for everyone to see, because I love your work, and
Thank you.
and just your overall creative practice and routines is very inspiring.
Thank you. Thank you.
So thank you.
Which your Instagram account? What is it?
It's at Emily Laura Durr.
Just your name.
Just my name. I make it easy. And I just have one account, because some people can have two accounts. Me, I have one because just
It's
easy.
complicated enough as it is.
Yes. This is true.
Okay, I'm gonna look you up.
And likewise, I'll follow you, and then I will post this video for everyone to see. Again, thank you so much. And I'm looking forward to what you do next.
Yeah, me too. A lot is coming anyway.
Yes, and we can't wait to see it. Thank you.
Thank you, Emily.